Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Relapse Tackle. In this video we are going to be painting up a spinnerbait. So we'll show how to finish up this one. So a lot of people had questions about the colors used, colors of the skirt and all this stuff in the pictures that I posted on Facebook. So I will fill you in on everything except for that top color that I came up with myself. That is kind of a secret. So maybe at some point I'll give it up, but not in this little segment here. So let's get to it. Let's finish up this spinnerbait. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, share it with your friends, and make sure you comment. I like to, see those comments and respond to them. So I'm very responsive when it comes to comments. So if you have any questions or anything, feel free to ask, and I will do my best to respond to them. All right, so first we're going to start by cutting off the sprue. So I use a flush cutter, and I'll take a couple bites at it, and then put it in my cup over there, and that'll get remelted down. And then I scrape it using my flush cutter so that it's smooth. You can use the top side of them right there. You don't want to use a belt sand or anything like that, because you can make dangerous lead particulates fly around and ingest them. So typically I would use a forceps, but since this is a spinnerbait and has a wire form, you can hold it a little bit further away, a safer distance. So I like using propane torch, and it'll stay running. Mix up my silver pearl a little bit. Alright, I'm going to heat this up. Careful not to overheat them. Now I'm going to sprinkle in my silver pearl down the side. Not so much on the belly, because I'm going to be coating the belly with a white. So that in there. Hold it a little bit further away from the flame. If there's a couple thin spots, you can go back and kind of hit those a little bit more. Right. Now I got my white. And you could just do the silver if you wanted. You don't need to use the white in there. Alright, and then my top secret color here. I'll tell you, it has a little gold flake and blue flake and a few other things in there. But alright, so I'm going to sprinkle that on the top. Kind of got a little bit on the eye spot there, the eye socket. If you get a little bit where you don't want it, you can simply heat up a little wire and then just remove it and then put the color that you want back in that spot. See that? There was a little bit around the bottom of the eye there, and I don't want that, so I want a little silver back in where it's supposed, where that was at. A little bit of white there too. Heat it up a little bit more, and a little further away. Be careful not to burn yourself on the flame. It goes up a lot further than it looks. The visible part, and obviously the heat. Not just getting your hand in the flame will hurt, and the heat itself will hurt too. And then I got the clear, the crystal clear varnish, clear coat. And sprinkle that on. And then I'll flash it, kind of get it down in the flame. Just get it hot, real quick. Careful not to touch your jig on the tip of your torch. And I got to get my eyes ready too. So I use these blue ones here. These are just some cheap kit from Amazon. So let's see here. Get them in the position you want them, and then press them into that hot paint. And they will stay put. See, there's a hole there, but not to worry. That eyeball is going to cover it right up. And that hole is there because of my modification again. Okay. Let's try to see if I can show you how it glows right now with just the lights we have in here. I'll shut them off. We'll see what this will do. So you really can't see any glow yet. You can try to charge it up a little bit under just the ceiling light. Kind of being fresh paint, it hasn't had time to charge, so. Kind of glowing green. It's hard to tell by the camera, but if I charge it up with my UV light, it's like this side. It kind of looks green. But then, look at that. So it glows blue. Alright, so now we'll do the skirt. Turn all my lights back on. let this jig cool down a little bit though. Make sure that it's cooled down enough to slip the skirt on. These are the skirts. I've had these for a while. The rubber bands are actually kind of getting more discolored and stuff, but it's a white, silver, glitter, shad, gray. And this glitter falls out of this skirt material like crazy. It is super messy. So this is what I used though in that picture. So we're going to want to separate. What the heck is going on there? The skirt's tied together. There's like a knot in it. Okay, not worrying about that right now, but I'm sure it'll be fine even with the knot in it. But this one's all messed up. The other one that I used had all the white on one side, and this one's just kind of messy. So I guess you get that from time to time. I'll try a different one. This one. I'll try to straighten out that other one some other time. But I want more of the blue on the top. So you want the long side to reach back to the shorter side of that skirt. And then stick that in the center there. Slide it all the way up to the head. You're going to straighten those out. Careful not to poke yourself. These hooks are sharp. There's that. It's got the kind of blue on the top. Like I said, the glitter falls out like crazy. You can see all the glitter in my hands on these. So I don't know how much glitter stays in these after you throw them in the water. Looks like the blue is just clear with glitter glued to it. So I think I'm going to look for different skirt material that actually has the glitter inside rather than just stuck to the outside. And I'm sure this white stuff didn't even really have glitter on it. It's just glitter transferring from the blue to the white. All right, so now we can finish the rest of it. So I'm going to shut my exhaust fan off now. Oh, I should label those. I'm going to cover up my containers so I don't mix stuff in them. I need to find the lid for that white one. Alright, so, and I will leave a link in the description for the stuff used. And then now we need to finish the top of this, all the spinner blades and stuff. So I will grab those. All kinds of components to make this stuff. You got all these old beads and bells and crap all in one bag. Stuff that was laying around. But I used one of these kind of like an aqua blue beads on the top. So kind of matches the skirt and everything. So we'll go with it. So first we're going to use one of these hollow beads. Like I said, I'll put all of the links in the description and sizes and stuff. So I'm going to put one bead on there. Get one of these Clevises. And Alright, I'm going to use my smaller, must be a size, this one's a size 4, I'm not sure. That's size 10 or if that was 10 in the bag. I'm going to have to, like I said, I'll leave a link in the description after I figure out all the sizes. I probably should have done that beforehand. So, I put this on here, on the Clevis. So when it goes around, it's like this. Alright, so I haven't made a lot of spinner baits, so I'm still kind of new at it too. But put another bead, we'll put a spacer, another bead, and then I'm going to do that blue bead at the top here. I want it to be a good distance away from that top spinner so it doesn't smack it. Alright, and then I got this wire form tool, so I'm just going to make a loop at the top, grab a hold of the wire, twist it back, almost touching itself. And then I got size 2 swivels, and then a larger size 4 blade. I really like these blades. They have so much flash to them. And the nice thing about this bait, this spinner bait, is I would most definitely throw this light natural color in clean, clear, or very lightly stained water. And your darker colors work better in dark water, and the clear or the lighter colors work better in less stained water. So now we got to get that to bend back to itself. We're close to it, and then that top bead will keep everything from coming up into that eyelet now. So the willow blades too, they offer a lot more side-to-side flash when they go through the water. So it kind of looks like a beacon going through the water, just real bright. So you're gonna wanna, like I said, use this in lightly stained water where there's more light penetrating the water. And then this blade on the spinnerbait swings around the whole top. So this part of the wire just shakes and it swings around. I'm sure if you've seen any underwater videos, you'd see how they work. But for those of you that don't know how they work, you can put a swivel here as well, so that that blade doesn't go around the top of the wire and it just spins nicely through the water, and it'll create less vibration that way. You'll still get some vibration out of it. Colorado blades, so the more rounded ones, they offer a lot more vibration, more thump. And now we're going to put my wire. I got a stainless steel wire that I put around here, and then we'll get rid of that rubber band. So on pre-made ones, a lot of times I'll do that. I'll just put my stainless steel wire around it and then clip that off or slide it off. So I'm using a really soft stainless steel wire. So we're going to cut a piece of this off, I'll cut it back about here. And then, see, it bends really nice and easy. So I'm going to wrap that around where the rubber band is, just ahead of it, making sure my strands are out of the way. And you can leave the rubber band on there as well. You don't have to remove it. It's just the stainless wire holds up for a lot longer than the rubber bands. The rubber band will deteriorate and then fall off, and then the skirt is gonna just fall apart. Okay, and you don't want to twist this stuff super tight because you can cut through the strands of the skirt material. And then I'm using a smooth jaw needle nose pliers. So now you can carefully go in there if you want and just cut that rubber band. And sometimes even just sliding them off works too. Be careful of the barbs on the hook. Boy, that's a lot of glitter coming off of there. I'm going to get this just a little tighter. Now that that rubber band's out of the way. And then clip the end of it off over a trash can. Boy, you guys should see how much glitter is on me. Unreal. Alright, and then what I do is I take the end of that stainless wire and bend it back so that it's not snagging up on anything. That stainless steel wire wrapped around it now. The skirt's not going to just fall off. Look at that. Alright. There you have it. Be sure to give the video a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more. I'll be pouring up some football heads next. So I get stuff ready for that now, and I'm going to make another video. So look out for that one as well. Thank you all.